The Zach Taylor era begins in Cincinnati. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, the Bengals have a new man calling the shots. Zach Taylor, the second youngest coach in the entire league, as they head to Seattle to take on the oldest coach in the league, Pete Carroll of the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back at halftime with a look at the games in progress. But first, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by are the guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
Well, the Bengals struggled in 2018. Running back Joe.
They're too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Now one of the leaders in the Seattle secondary is safety Bradley McDougald. Since the retirement of Cam Chancellor, he's really had to step up and take on a primary role. Excellent against the run, solid in coverage, 2 interceptions in week 1 of 2018, and never looked back.
He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Dart backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yard. Are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Complete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Strong safety Sean Williams really bounced back from injuries in previous seasons to post one of the best years of his NFL career. 5 interceptions in 2018, led the league in interception return yards, provides great veteran leadership, and some real thump coming from his spot in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Getting the sack, the big, maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, the
Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams, and the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. 1. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the seat. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 13 yards out. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the delay, here's Carson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 44, Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Green with a catch left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Boyd with it. It's a set down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man here. It's Green. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to them. 15 big yards. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And down he'll go at the 25. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete.
Line, absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are.
Quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw here. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 4. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now back to throw. He gets this in the hands of run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Wilson. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's taken down, but able to fence now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. On play action, they'll throw. Green last year had the rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Eifert has it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Carlos Dunlap on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he's got Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ziggy Ansah able to get in there for his 3rd down and 8. They go play action with Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll be 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And it. He'll look to throw. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd there to make the grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. On that play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Geno Atkins able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be second down. On second down now, Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He completes it to Boyd. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6.
With this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slant, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This is caught. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. There was no offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there.
He's going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Wilson. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle for a short gain of 2. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Wilson. And he locates Luke Wilson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his last 10 passes. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Out at the 34, call it a gain of 4. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Carr's 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Get down. He's back to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go. And he can't get a throw off. It's here on 4th down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm